let's talk to Jason. Jason, come on and talk to us.
Hi, Jason.
Hello.
Hey, Jason, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
We're doing all right. You're calling from where?
North Hollywood.
Okay, I know it well. How's the weather out there today?
Well, it's okay. A little humid, hot.
Okay.
That's all.
All right.
Sunny.
Well, nothing we can do about that, but how can we help you?
Yes. Last week, I found out from my pharmacy that I've been purchasing the wrong type of medication for my mother.
Oh.
She's in her 80s, and the original prescription was for extended release antidepressant.
All right.
And at one point in 07, July, the doctor, I guess, may have made a change in the prescription to go for an immediate release of this antidepressant medicine, but then he changed back to the original extended release.
Jason, a minute ago you said wrong. What makes you think this is the wrong medicine?
Well, ever since the doctor changed back in 07 back to the original extended release, I've been getting the immediate release all along, and I didn't know it because they'd asked me if I was interested in a generic, and I said sure. So I got the generic, and it was an immediate release all this time.
Jason, how did you find out that you were now getting the wrong drug, and when did you find that out?
I found that out last week. It was last week, and I found. Pardon me?
No, go ahead. We're listening.
You said when, and then how did you find that out?
Okay, there's feedback on the line. I found out at the pharmacy because I was ordering a 90-day supply instead of a 30-day supply of pills, and that's when the pharmacy person clarified to me that the new prescription from the doctor is for the extended release, whereas the 30-day prescription was for what they thought was this current generic immediate release.
So your mother has been getting the wrong medication for how long? 2 years?
2 years.
2 years.
July 07 is when the doctor supposedly changed the prescription back to what it originally was, being the extended.
Okay. And what's been the effect of having the different medication, the immediate versus extended? What's been the effect over the last 2 years?
Well, the effect when all this antidepressant medicine is, it seems to me now that she's been on this extended version, the effect of it was to create the antidepressant nature all at once, and then for it to wear off, and she to become, depressed and agitated and all that for the rest of the day.
So, Jason, would you say that it's decreased or limited the quality of her life for the last couple of years?
All of our lives.
All of your lives. Okay, that's an interesting thing. Your mother probably has a claim against the pharmacy for filling the prescription the wrong way. You, as the son of the person who was getting the medication that was wrong, and actually being the one that obtains the medication and then watching what goes on with your mother, may also have your own claim. It's an interesting thing. There's a concept called a negligent infliction of emotional distress. And what that means is that in certain situations, if a loved one of yours to whom you're related, and it has to be a related person, not just somebody you're living with, not just somebody you're good friends with, but somebody that is, let's say, your mother, or somebody that you're married to, or perhaps a child, or brother or sister. So it can be
a lawful relationship, not just a blood relationship.
Right. It has to be a lawful relationship, but a relationship. If something happens to them where they're injured, and you have what's called a contemporaneous observance of that event, and you watch what's going on, and if you understand what's going on, which may be an issue in your situation, but nevertheless, you may have your own claim. So probably the best thing for you to do is to immediately take a look at all of the prescriptions that you've gotten, hold on to all of those bottles to the extent you have any old bottles, get a printout from the pharmacy, because they all keep it computerized now, so get a printout for the last, say, 36 months. It will show everything that you've picked up for your mother, anything else that's been obtained for your mother. Take all of that information and immediately go to a lawyer and sit down and go over that documentation and see if the lawyer, in looking at all of this information, says your mother has a claim, perhaps you have a claim, perhaps other family members have a claim for all of this, but you need to do it quickly because you've got some time deadlines called statutes of limitation that might be expiring pretty quickly. Okay, usually,
why would it expire quickly?
well, because it depends on when the time starts to run or starts to accrue. If it started to accrue back when they first filled the wrong prescription, that's about 2 years ago right now. So there may be a statute that's expiring immediately. There's some things that are a year, some that are 3 years, but over and above that, it may only start when you first learned of it, and that's called discovery of that event. But all of that stuff, we can't make a determination for you here on this show, so get that paperwork and get in to see a lawyer right away. You may have plenty of time to file a claim on that basis, but figure it out immediately so you don't lose any time. And then there's the issue of your mother being in her 80s.
Right, I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah.
Are there, Mr. Jameson, are there special considerations just by reason of the fact that the mother's in her 80s?
Absolutely.
And
thank
what
you
are
for
they?
asking
And
that.
what are they?
Here's a softball. There is. When somebody is in their 80s, and especially if they have any type of failing health or any type of health issues, that person is generally entitled to an early trial date. So normally if you file a lawsuit, a judge will give you a trial date a year to 18 months from the day you file the lawsuit. If you're somebody who's in your 80s, a judge is generally required to, most of the time required to, give you a trial date not later than about 6 months, really. So she's got a substantial time when she can actually move it up and get it done that much more quickly. So you've got lots of reasons to get that paperwork and get in to see a lawyer immediately and see what it is.
And Mr. Jameson, one more question. Jason, on your behalf, does the concept of elder abuse enter into any of this consideration?
That's a great idea. There's a statutory scheme having to do with elder abuse, and this may fall underneath that statutory scheme.
It's a very, very, very broad set of statutes. Very broad, and your mother's way within the scope of the age required.
Right, and that may be another way to go about getting some compensation for your mother and for yourself and your other family members, other than going under what's otherwise called it's a medical malpractice kind of a thing, even though it's pharmacological and so forth. You don't have the same types of limitations for elder abuse that you might have in a medical malpractice action. There's a lot of things that go on here. It's way too complex to go into in this show, but you've got a lot of issues. You've got to get in touch with with the paperwork, or get the paperwork right away, get in touch with the lawyer right away to deal with it, and determine what you can do, when you can do it, and all of it should be done immediately, because you've got a lot of ways to go with this.
Yeah, let me play on the word immediately, because you asked about that a little while ago. As a general proposition, in this situation, in other situations where there are rights that can or may be protected, you should start to protect them at the earliest possible time you can. That is a general proposition, and I think it's a good idea in this instance, as my partner has said now. You should start to protect those rights now. I can't tell you whether you've got a long time or a short time to seek legal counsel, but I would make this assumption, just for our discussion now, assume that the time is short and that you should seek legal counsel quickly. Make that assumption and then act accordingly. That's my suggestion.
Here's a dumb question.
There's no such thing.
Thank you. Then just a question.
Okay.
Do you or anybody in the back room know of a lawyer who would be good?
Why don't you, Jason? Why don't you do this? Give us a call at the number that you called in right now, the 800-405-4222 number. After we're off the air.
After 5 o'clock.
After 5 o'clock.
It's on the screen right now, too.
Okay. And give us a call, and we can give you 2 or 3 names and numbers. You can also always call the Los Angeles County Bar. They have a referral service, and there's other